Howdy Tabletop RPG fans, thank you for supporting this channel. I'm Rangleme, Grand Poobah of Game Design, and this Reviews Day topic is The Complete Book of Villains, DM Reference. I'm recording this video on winter solstice during the planetary convergence just days before celebrating our Yuletide season in the year 2020. I thought it somehow appropriate that the topic be villains. In 1994, for the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, TSR published the complete book of villains, just over 127 pages of great content about villains and their organizations. TSR published many of these AD&D 2nd edition 8.5 by 11-inch splat books with covers that were navy blue for DM reference, crimson red for player reference, or forest green for historical reference. Villains was a navy blue splat book, DMGR 6, designed by Kurt Badula, with amazing artwork from many TSR artists including Terry Dykstra, Larry Elmore, Graham Nolan, Bruce Eagle, Jeff Easley, and Keith Parkinson. I found this to be an incredible reference for helping me during world building and campaign creation, and still use it regularly to this day. The complete book of villains has 12 terrific chapters detailing many of the critical aspects of creating or running great villains and their organizations, including introduction, defining your villain, henchmen, flunkies, and lackeys, villainous organizations, introducing your villain, deliver the goods, how to roleplay villains, monsters into villains, advanced villains, creative villainy, twists and unexpected villains, a compendium of villains, a who's who with several examples, and a catalog of villains, sources of their powers and motives, and what makes a villain a villain. Lastly, the villain tables, 6 useful and wonderful random tables. Bonus for my fans, there are a lot of good RPGs and supplements that help dungeon masters create compelling villains, although I've seen many of them mix or redefine the terms without regard to common character design nomenclature. For instance, this book uses rival instead of nemesis. As a game designer, I've always seen the nemesis as different from a villain. A villain has a plan beyond the players to perpetrate their own nefarious schemes. A nemesis always works against the characters or a character like a rival. Consider that player characters are in many ways the nemesis of the villain. The complete villains worksheet is very much like the demographics and background section of a player character sheet. It includes name, class, alignment, occupation, objective, motive, dominant trait 1, dominant trait 2, contradictory trait, attitudes and behaviors, tastes and preferences, surroundings, history, network, and appearance. Sections throughout this book help DMs in the creation of these traits and backgrounds to generate compelling and interesting villains. This episode is brought to you by Kaboomkin, the smaller, faster, funnier RPG of cartoon fairy tale post-apocalypse mayhem. It's time to blow stuff up. Get it now at www.kaboomkin.com. Thank you all for watching this episode. Hit like, subscribe, or ring the bell, or Booger will get you. If you want to see more videos like this, go to hopspush.com and buy an RPG or t-shirt. Do good, annoy evil, and bye-bye.